Hi families, Mrs. Baber here. We are fixing to start Imagine Learning Language and Literacy in our kindergarten classroom. You've already been doing Imagine Math, but we're fixing to start Language and Literacy. So that's kind of our language arts component of the program. In order for you to start, you have to take what's called, or your student has to take what's called the Gallileo Assessment. The assessment is something that the students must do on their own with no help from you. Now you can show them how to click on the button or how to use the keyboard or use the mouse. Those kind of functional things you can show them, but you cannot help them get any answers right or wrong. You cannot assist them at all in this, because once the children take the assessment, that assessment puts them in the track in the program that they should be on. If they have received help or hints or anything like that, then it's going to put them in the wrong track. And when they do it independently, which they will be doing in class, no one will help them in class to do this. Once they start doing it independently, they'll be in the wrong track if they've gotten help. So please make sure that their answers are authentic to what they know, that you're not helping them. Before we get started again, I wanted to make a quick video to show you how to access that Gallileo assessment. Now your teacher will let you know when to do this, but we wanted to go ahead and have a quick video just to show, to hopefully help with any details. You can watch this video as many times as you need to in order to walk yourself through the process. But let me go ahead and start sharing my screen with you, and I'll kind of show you exactly how to access it. So, as usual, we are going to go to clever.com. Once we go to clever.com, we are either going to be logged in as a student, or we are going to log in as a student. So if you need to log in, as we have always done, you click the login as student button. Then you can use your Clever badge to scan, or you can log in with Google. Now, Mrs. Baber's been trying this out a little bit, so I am already logged in as a student. Once you are logged in as a student, you are going to scroll down to Imagine Language and Literacy. We are only doing the one with the robot. So make sure that you click on Imagine Language and Literacy. Once you click there to get your student in, you will be prompted to take the Gallileo assessment. Okay, so your screen should pop up just like mine did. You'll have this yellow bar here that says you need to take the Imagine Assessment Galileo test. Click here to take the test. This is where you should click when your teacher tells you it is time to take the test. Now, we have been given some helpful hints and tips to get our students going. So I wanted to share one of these videos with us really quick as well, because this is very helpful for the students. So if your student isn't sitting with you right now, maybe you could hit pause, go get your student, because this is a helpful video to show students prior to testing. Okay, I'm going to make this bigger on my screen so that you can see it really well. And here we go.
Hi, I'm Sonia. And I'm Alex. We want to give you some tips about an important test that you'll take. Before you get started, you'll need headphones or earbuds so you can listen to the instructions. Your teacher will help you with that. And you'll want to make sure that you focus so that you can do your best work.
First, you'll need to log in. Your teacher will help you with your username and password. Then you click on this yellow box that says Take Test. Then you can
Now, that is where we will click that yellow box that says you need to take the assessment. Okay?
Access your test.
Then
Your
you will
teacher might
access
have
your
assigned you
test.
with the practice test before your real test starts.
The practice test is great. It really helps you know where to click. So, when you get the real test, you can focus on doing your best to get the right answer.
Cool. Let's take a look at some of the test questions.
There are a few important buttons that you will see in most test questions.
When you click the play button, listen carefully to the directions. You'll always want to click on this first.
Look at the keyboard below. Click on the letter H.
If you ever miss the directions or aren't sure what to do, just click the play button to hear the directions again.
Here it is.
Then, when you are done with a question, just click on the green next arrow at the top of the page to move forward to the next question.
If you ever want to go back to a question you already answered, just click on the gray back arrow.
Why would you want to go backwards?
Sometimes I can't remember if I answered the last question, and I want to make sure that I did.
That's a good idea. In some test questions, the answer choices are read to you.
Look at the word car. Put a s sound at the end of the word. Cars. What is the new word?
Now, I'm going to click pause right here because if your student were to be taking this test and this is the question that they get, when we say that they need to get the answer on their own, this is where you could show them where to click. You can show them, you can show them to click play in order to get the directions to be read to them. You can show them how to click the microphone buttons to listen, but you cannot tell them which answer to click to get the right answer. If it's asking them to put a s at the end of the word car and they try to click on card, then you have to let them get it wrong. Otherwise, this will mess up their whole track for the rest of the year. So please make sure they are doing this independently again. Let's see if I can get this going again.
Card. Cars. Cart.
If you ever want to hear an answer choice again, just click on this cool speaker button.
Cars.
I love stories. This test question has a page from a book. See these buttons? Click on the button that looks like a book to hear the words on the page. Click on the question button to hear the test question.
You might be wondering, how long does this test take?
There are 35 test items, but your teacher might have you do some one day and the rest another time. If your teacher wants you to do this, just click on the X on the top right-hand side of the page to close out of the test. But don't worry, you'll be able to pick off where you left off when you get back to your test.
There's one final thing to share with you. After you have answered all your questions, just click on the green button with the check mark at the top of the page that says Submit.
Yeah!
Okay, so that kind of is a little bit of help there to show you how to access the test, how important it is that they complete the test on their own, right or wrong answers. It's okay. It's not for a specific grade. It's just to get them in the program. And some helpful tips with different buttons that you might need to push and whatnot during the test. Like they said in the video, it's important that when we're finished with the test, that you will click the green submit button. Okay? So I hope that this video helps. Please watch it as many times as you need to re-watch that video with the children. I think that'll help your students a lot. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to your teachers. Bye, friends.